Shalom and good day all. This is Tehillim29 back again for Fool's Gold, and in this Fool's Gold I'll be covering Absolute Flash issue 8. Starting off with if you're new to Fool's Gold, I'll let you know quickly as to how things work. Now, as you can see here, I do have something set on the side, which also, even though it might not be seen to the average eye, I'll zoom in. So for this, I rate the cover, like give it a normal rating, but I also give that cover a rating in relation to how much I believe it's worth in relation to the story. The same applies to the art as well as the story. Then after that, there is a total for the artist. Now, you're wondering why there's a total for the artist and also a total for the writer. Well, that is because I take in account how much I actually pay for this particular comic. And it's basically, is it worth the amount I paid for it, or is it not? So let's move into first things first, and that is the area of the cover. Does this cover in any way, shape, or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? It does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10, to which this 7 out of 10 also goes towards the artist, as well as the pricing amount that I believe it's worth, to which I believe it's worth about $2.50. Now, next is the area of the internal art, to which we'll have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what is happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we are actually following the character of Barry Allen, along with the female version of Eobard Thawne in this particular Absolute universe. We, of course, get to follow some time skips within the story, and also his connection to Wally West. And last but not least, towards the end, to which when they are playing with this particular energy, and I'm wondering if this might be connected to the Omega energy, which is being spoken about in the DCKO. And in it, they recommend that Wally West is the person who is the one to get the powers. For the internal art, I also gave it a 7 out of 10, as I quite enjoyed it within the story, to which I believe it's also worth $2.50, to which gives the artist a total of $5. Next is the area of the story. Now, considering we're not anywhere over issue 10 yet, I don't expect any comic book references to be used unless the writer chooses, or writer and editor chooses, to put in any important editorial comic references that are needed in this story, unless sometimes they forget, which does happen. So this story section is broken into 3 sections, but of course I'll still be covering the total for the artist, the writer, and also the overall total, and including the loss of money in relation to how much I actually paid for this item. So starting off with the area of time, to which we have years ago and 2 years later being used. Next is the locations, which we have Keystone University, which is in Keystone City, and of course we had Fort Fox. Last but not least, we have the cast of characters consisting of Barry Allen, Eleanor Thawne, spelt very differently in this universe, and of course Wally West, who would be better known as the Flash in this universe. For my overall story rating, I give it a 3.5 out of 10. So it's still got quite a bit that it needs to earn to get over a certain mark. How much do I believe the story is worth? $1.30. So jumping straight back to the Fool's Gold the whole idea of fool's gold, and that is the total for the artist, which is $5, total for the writer, which is $1.30. The overall total being $6.30, leaving a loss of $2.65 in Australian. I'll leave you to convert it to your own currencies as to how much was actually lost. If you are paying it in your currency wherever you live all over the world. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.